So normal Monday, just basically a recovery day. Obviously played on Saturday, had yesterday off, so now it's just about making sure the body's feeling good. And today we're actually mixing it up a little bit. We're going to Maroubra Beach, which is the beauty about Sydney, plenty of beaches to choose from. So we won't be going to the club today, just mixing it up, change the scenery. We do it every about 2 to 3 weeks. And now we're just on our way to pick up the great Phil Davis. So we've got a really special guest with us today. Just picked up the great Phil Davis. Obviously it's no rangy, we're just in the Fairmont this morning, and he's been demoted to the back seat. Phil's obviously coming off a pretty big cut, 13 stitches. Been hearing about it all weekend, but no, he's obviously a pretty tough player and we love playing with Phil. But any chance I can pick up the skip, keep him happy, I always do.
Oh gosh, it's going to be so ridiculous, this trip.
The good thing is about Rozelle Balmain is that there's plenty of other boys that live around locally, so there's always someone and something to do with someone. So yeah, you're always busy, so it's good. It's good. Obviously, you got a lot of the boys that live around. Phil being one of those, and Greta. We love Greta. Love that we've got Greta on the camera.
I can't compete with that. But tell us, like, some people like living with people and some people like living with themselves. Why are you the latter, Hopper? Why can't you handle any roommates?
No, I don't know. I think it's just like there's always people to hang around, so I think I enjoy sometimes just going back to my own space, and yeah, there's no arguments because I'm the one making the mess if there's any mess. So I moved out of home when I was 16, went to boarding school for 2 years at St. Pat's in Ballarat, and I really enjoyed my time there. And then yeah, obviously being in Sydney now, this is my 3rd year, so yeah, been out of home for a while, for some time now, but yeah, obviously really close with my family, so they get up whenever they can, and it's always good to have them in town and show them around City. Pretty scrappy game, I think. For a really good side, and we really rate them. So obviously the conditions were pretty challenging, and both sides struggled at times to kind of combat those. But yeah, I think we just had to kind of keep fighting it out, and I think we just eventually got over the line, and it was a pretty good win for the footy club. And it's especially good playing in Canberra. I think the boys love playing in Canberra. You know, we always get a good crowd there, and the Canberra fans are great. So I think it's always good atmosphere and good energy when we play there in Canberra, and especially when we win there. After the game, you kind of go in and you do the team song, which is the highlight. I think it's great just singing the song after the game with the boys, and then depending on whether you got family or friends in the change room, you try and get to some of those, but it's pretty much recovery straight away and making sure you're managing any niggles that you've got throughout the game. And then obviously you might get a little tap on the shoulder from one of the guys, whether that means you have to do an interview or something along those lines. You have to kind of tick off a little commitment there. You make sure you do that. So yeah, it's pretty busy after a game, but I think it's something you just got to get done, which is good. So this weekend we're coming up against the Saints. Obviously I think they're having their challenges at the minute, but I think looking at their round 1 performance, they've obviously got some really good calibre players and who can really bring it, and I think they're always hard to play against Etihad, and they beat us last year as well. So we're making sure that we're doing everything right and really preparing as best as possible to make sure we can go out there and put our best foot forward. Yeah, obviously the Fairmont, I've had it for 4 years now. It's just a great car. I think a lot of these other boys have these big nice looking cars, and you just don't need it as long as it gets you to A to B. I think that's the main thing. But yeah, it's a great ride, much better than Phil's, I think.
What are your thoughts on like obviously I'm all about being minimalist and stuff, but having like debris falling on my head and stuff as a passenger, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's just all part of the experience in the Fairmont, I think. So we just arrived here in Maroubra. I'll head to the cafe. We've got an emerging leaders meeting later on with a few of the boys, so that'll be good just to debrief about last week and the game just gone.